into the darkness. I can see you guiding me. I'll follow in your footsteps, Mother, for so long. Head into the darkness. You don't wanna follow me. Say goodbye to everything. Say so long.
Alrighty, welcome all you weird, warped, whimpering, whatchamacallits. I really looked for an alliterative W word that would describe Mitty, and I ran against the problem that one, there aren't that many W words, and two, I don't know how to describe Mitty, so whatchamacallit is what we've got. We are here for the final episode of Made in Abyss, Season 1. There's plenty more Made in Abyss out there, so while it feels like one of those things where I'd be like, the end of a great journey, what will lie before us? We'll have to wait a week. We'll have to wait a real long time before we find out what happens next. But my trepidation toward our actual plot points of the episode aside, I'm really excited for this, and the reason for that is because I think that Made in Abyss's world and storytelling could really benefit from a slightly longer episode length. A little bit more time for an episode to breathe, to let us soak in that atmosphere, to let an emotional piece of storytelling really settle in and introduce and wrap over the course of the episode's content. And I don't know if we're going to be just focused on the Mitty thing. I very much expect that there will be much more to these episodes, or this episode, than just what's been put out on the table for us already. But even then, I'm really excited to see what we can do with Kevin on the soundtrack and with the direction that we've had so far, making this longer episode in a way that does all the things that a finale episode for an ongoing show needs to do. We're in the admirable position of being able to just hop into the next week and continue on as if there were no break here, but the producers of the show and the audience who watched this show when it was airing were going to get stuck here, and so there needs to be some sense of finality and some sense of ongoingness, a combination of those things. I think we just finished Isekai Oji-san, and I think it did a really good job of mixing and matching those two aspects, those two sort of elements that you really want to hit at the end of a single core anime. So, I have no doubt that Made in Abyss is going to nail this last episode. The question is, how well, and what's it going to introduce that doesn't get answered yet, so that there's that ongoing mystery, and will it toe the line there and make sure it doesn't introduce too many new things, that it doesn't overwhelm us or have us questioning, because we might forget what those mysteries are by the time that the new season starts airing, right? And I don't know, how do we get a sense of finality to it? I get this feeling of okay, our plot point right now is we gotta follow Nanachi's request and try to slay Mitty, thus releasing Mitty from her ongoing turmoil and freeing Nanachi from her ongoing self-inflicted burden of taking care of Mitty, right? What part of that backstory are we going to get? So far we've had little snippets. It would be great if we could get the whole fucking backstory, and that would serve to give us a bunch of setup for what's further down in the Abyss, because it would introduce us to that character and all those things. But I don't know. I could see us successful incinerate Mitty, and then we tromp off into the Abyss victorious and heading into the new lands. I don't fucking know. But I could also see it not working. That's something that I think I mentioned, but it seems like the kind of thing where it might just not work. And then we get to have Reg forced into the very trying emotional situation of being asked by someone who you've come to trust and respect and need the help of to kill someone who you know is an innocent, who hasn't done anything wrong to you, and helpless. So you gotta kill him? That's a lot. And there's a way we could have our cake and kind of eat it too, by having Reg go through the turmoil of coming to the conclusion that he's willing to do it, and then do it, and then it still not work. And then he has to reconcile with the fact that he was willing to kill somebody, which has all sorts of ramifications for his relationship with Rico moving forward, because I get this deep, ever-present sense that there's this vibe thing going on between Rico and Mitty, and it might just be that they're psychic vibing with each other, Baldur's Gate style, and it might just be foreshadowing. I don't know. But I'm really excited to see what this 2-part episode does. Made in Abyss, Season 1, has been a knockout. It's been a knockout. It's been deeply gripping, emotionally powerful, extraordinarily fun and enjoyable. Even when it gets dark and scary and stuff, it does it so well that I'm having a good time with it. Even when I'm having a really bad time with it, I'm having a really good time having a bad time. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. The whole wealth of human experience and emotion is worth exploring, even if it's painful to do so. I think we shy away from our darker, more difficult, more depressing, more sad, sometimes stronger emotions at our own loss. We lose a piece of the depth of life if we do that. And so a show that captures it all, the brightest highlights and the darkest shadows, ends up having a lot of contrast, and it can't help but draw the soul in, just like a well-done piece of chiaroscuro? Fuck. Black and white will pull in the eye. Man, this is cool, y'all. I'm gonna draw Mitty. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw this lump. Okay, well, no jokes about it. It's all about this lumpy fucking maw. It's got some weird teeth. No references, you might notice. Draw a layer of, like, lipsy things. This is called Facing the Things That Disgust You by Drawing Them. Highly recommended. There's something about capturing something with your hands and putting it on paper that lets you take some degree of control over it. I don't know. Poor, sweet Mitty. I think if we do focus on the killing Mitty quest, I think the only way that can really make sense is if we find out more of that backstory that was teased to us. I'd really like to see that. And then get to experience Mitty as whatever Mitty was. Well, no, we know. We saw that little flash right before Nanachi jumped in to help. We know that Mitty was a girl. So then, I guess the bigger question is, how this? What did you do, Bondrewd? That's just a sad creature. Oh, I need to actually make the eye more like an eye. Good goop. There's a trash truck going by, so I'm gonna wait for it, and then we'll dive in. Okay, 47 minutes and 21 seconds of anime await us, as do the mysteries and depths of the abyss. Let's dive in multiple ways, and see what comes next. Beep timer for the last episode of Season 1 of Made in Abyss. In case it wasn't clear, we're going to be continuing Made in Abyss, obviously. Just to be clear. Full overview style. Ooh. That can never come home. Yeah, change is not reversible. Or watching. That's why I'm here, right? A longing for the unknown. Speaks to me. Speaks to you too. Hey, that was pretty great. Please don't drop a sad on me. Anything. Ma. Ma. Perfect. Cut to OP. Is there a YouTube video of Nanachi noises? You know how there's a video of Kumiko noises from Hibike? Huh? Ooh. Ah. Ee. Just want that, but ma. Nah. Ah. Listen to it to go to sleep. Ma. Ah. Actually. I wonder if this will be the last time hearing this OP. I wonder what stuff we got revealed in the next OP. Oh, exciting. Hey, wait. That was cute. Oh, right. By the way. What? Oh, just because he, yeah, got stabbed. Right? Right. Away. Away. Been searching for a way. Alright, it's gonna be all backstory, huh? Oh, partly. Whoa. Is that a fortress? Or a dam? A lot of infrastructure and pipes and... Oh, people living here. Whoa. There's a society down here? Where is this? I'm already at the bottom of the world? I'd like to go where? So she had a longing too. This is Nanachi, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's a lot of gathered orphans, man. Okay, rejected by everyone. Where are we? What? Oh, we're in the outside world. Far north. Ah. And you're her answer. Yeah. I'm a hero. And she's already wanting to go there. So he's traveling the world to gather far off, unmissable orphans for his own purposes. To forge a new era of something in the netherworld. Whoa, is this Belchero? Oh, here we are. And she's a goober too, huh? Yeah, he's gone all over the place. Hey, why couldn't we just take that down? My team. Whoa. And there's no returning. He doesn't tell them about that at all. Forward operating base. Oh my god, so much revealed. Yeah, just hop on the train. We're going to the Funland. Ration bars. Hey, it's food though. Hi. Okay, you are kind of stacked for being like 10. The fuck? You want to be a white whistle? She just wants to be here. Picking through stuff, huh? Nobody else will have me. She's got that drive thing and it's gonna run her straight into hell. Fuck. So we've got a standout and a person who does not want to stand out. Oh, but she's gonna show her. Huh. You fucking Rosetta Stone figured it out? You got some talents, Nanachi. Well, we can see where the emotional bond is from. Rejected, and the rejections by everyone. Finally, someone who accepts her without even... Whoa. That's an easy way to keep you trapped. Yeah, you're really here. What is that? What is the portal thing? Hmm. He's so calm. So ends up reincarnating to someone who has wished for... Okay. Aw. Aww. Maximum ship. Here we go! Ah, my children. It is time for your mission. Oh, I wonder where the children go. I wonder where they go. But he always calls, oh, we're the last ones. You. Which one of us is being called? Fuck. In the middle of the night? And you're alone. I wonder what he's fucking doing. After that, we'll take a little walk out. Is that just a promise to keep them hopeful? Fuck. Oh, she snuck the fuck out. Good job. She's gonna find out what he's really doing and interrupt it, probably. Allowing black whistles? Yeah, it's instant. It's death. They won't be human. More like fuel for your batteries or whatever. After this happens, she's gonna stay long enough to be transformed, too. Hey! What's good? Oh, you're in a big tube. He's about to flip a switch, bro. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Aren't you a sneaky little rat? Uh-oh. There are 2 tubes. Oh, he's doing testing on what the depths do to people. He's trying to figure out what it does. But I need info. Forcing the curse all to one side? Oh. Allowing one person to descend and come up by forcing the curse off to someone else. So it's literally her burden. He never said anything untrue. Mengele. Holy shit. Oh, this is awesome. That's so fucked up torturous. What awesome torment. What the fuck? Tower of Terror. What are we gonna see down here? And that's why she said she's an exception, because of course she is. And it's a mechanical exception. A dead end. Everything's fine down here. Break the fuck out. It's just emptiness. Oh, those are our former friends. Oh, hold on. Oh. Don't leave me. Oh, that's why we did the setup. And here we go. Ugh. So you're being accursed, but it's being pulled to Mitty, so it's still hitting you, though. But not like that. Her last wish. The immortality. So he doubled it onto her. So what the fuck? The opposite of the faith. Oh, so you're continuously torturing her just to find out, right? Oh, God. So we don't know how we got here, but we did. Ah. And the only thing she's come across is an option to kill her to finally fulfill that last wish. And that transitions us to now. Yo, that has solidly rocked me. Go up here and show you. Oh, I'm so sorry, you thing. Oh, the spikes. She's experienced with that poison because she's tried it. So she's also ended up causing all this pain and suffering and torture. And killing for it. So those are graves of other people who've come through. And she's been stuck here waiting and searching. Fuck, man. That is the harshest backstory. Aw. Aw. You might be somewhat related to that. I can't do it. Mm. But Rico. Yeah. Still her eye. Can't rejoin the cycle. It's all broken, right? What Bondrewd did to her was remove her from the natural order of being. And all the other ones down there, probably. Yeah, she's had plenty of time to think, so. Oh, man. I'm a little twisted. That hurt. Mm. The degree of care is so potent. It's all for this one thing, yeah. It's a good way to put it. Restore her dignity. Hmm. Top tier backstory. It's still weird. Oh. Maybe not. No. Not if you're cooking. Not if you're cooking. Hmm. All right, give it your best shot, Reg. Oh boy. What do I do? It's just a fleshy blob. Looks like Mitty chunks. Didn't you fuck this up real bad? Hmm. Damn it. Ah. Hmm. All right, Rico. Hey, doing much better. Hi, Gooper. Mitty's staying. Mitty's staying with Nanachi as much as Nanachi's staying with Mitty in some ways. Oh, man. Gorgeous. Hmm. Just let this go on the way that it is. Bitter and a little bit sweet. Hmm. And then she'll be alone. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're not far off from that either, man. Yep. Capacity for pain. No, it's the right thing to do to try to kill her. I really hope it works. I really hope it works. Hmm. For you. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hmm. Without reservation. Thanks, man. That is amazingly framed. Oh, man. Oh, you gotta be fucking that's a lot. Yo, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. It has to, right? It would be really cruel authorially for this to not work. Yup. Blast real good, bro. Not a scrap. Yeah, darling dear. Good Mitty. Eyes wide open, baby. Oh. Had to say it, huh? Oh. And we see her reflected in the eye. Had to say that. Yep, that's gonna work. Thank God. Will we get a visualization? The eye disappears. With every ounce, man. Please no. Please, please, please. Okay. Before he collapses. Nope. Wrecked. Hi, Liza. Oh my God, we did it. Oh, she's up. Don't let Nanachi cook. Huh? Yay! Feed her poison. What? Oop. She has overcome her proximity issue, huh? Yep. Because he does. Yeah, you seem to have overcome it a little bit. Oh! Or is it because you're a little. That looks good. Yeah, your first real food ever. Mmm. Could use some entrails. Aww. So now she's gonna be converted to a goober? Holy shit. The world is good. Freed from her burdens, truly. The first real food she's ever had. What? No? Mm. Oh, she's moved along. Oh, she never met her. She was out. It was just the vibes. Where you were stuck inside a bubble of body. Oh man. Just pain. No mouth. Even more. Whoa. She was fucking soul connected to Mitty. Oh my gosh, she saw her. Eyes fucking forward. A white whistle. Just like her, same dream, right? Like the dreams are connected by the abyss, and that brought you back. Whoa! Hey, why is everybody crying? Hey, why is everybody fucking weeping? What's happening? Ha. Ha. Finally. Huh? Hmm. Not like I failed. Yowzer. Is he gonna tell her? Yeah, he's gonna tell her about it. Hmm. Overly stimulating? Also, that's what she said. Magic water? Give me. You're just gonna watch. You perv. Nanachi, you pervert. You perv. Oh, whoa. What is this place? Luminescent stuff? What? Yay! Huh? Huh? Oh. First time, huh? Well, I was saving your life. Yeah, there was blood everywhere. Ah. You perv. Then don't. Watching. Ah. Pulling Reg's treasure. Yeah, no killing yourself. Oh, we removing the mushrooms? Yeah, it can't be fun. You got it. Aw, as bad as it gets, yep. Woo! Yeah, you gotta stretch it and move it. I mean, it was practically off, so this is great. Yes, a twitch! Oh, for not. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. And it all ties together. Treasure of the Abyss, huh? What? What? You coming with, girl? No, you're coming with. Right? Right? You don't have anything keeping you here now. Yeah! Yes! Oh, tackle hug. Oh, yeah! Yeah, you didn't take a liking to us at all. For sure, for sure. Hey! Oh. Yeah, in due time. It's perfect. That's exactly what I said at the beginning. Not too much to reveal, so we don't forget it. We can reveal it all as we enter into the next season and things get going. Let's go. Finality and moving forward into their journey. Let's go. That was gorgeous. The little run all the way forward. It reminds me of Future Boy Conan, the famous cut of him running across the wing of the plane. The peg hole rotation. Oh my god. Somber fade. We got a couple minutes. Oh. A balloon? Oh. Are we sending a message? I hope so. Keep a connection between our worlds. Preserve. Oh, for No! No, not my balloon! Oh, we're gonna follow the balloon up? Back up through all the places we've been, yeah. And prep for our adventure. Pitons, climbing gear, all the stuff. Oh, blown around by the weird wind. No! Don't you dare get stuck! And don't you tear! Yeah! Yeah! Let's go, Maruluk. Aww. And send it onward. Without committing a felony and opening someone else's mail. Important, important. I don't know how the Abyss rules on that, but I imagine it wouldn't be great. So the hopes go on, carried up by the wind. Nice! Ah. Getting there. And up at the top of the world. No! So we get this emotional journey tied to this balloon. Pretty cool. Oh, that's a big backpack. Fuck. Who's the pack mule? Leader? Nope, just a little red whistle. Hey, I found a thing. Now that we take to leader. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, and the flowers of fortitude everywhere. Oh, this is gorgeous. I can't remember a show that's done a purely emotional, atmospheric outro like this for a finale. It's spectacular. This is gorgeous. Leaves us with the wonder and the scale. Time to go. And we stride onward into the depths. One turn back. Bye, home. Bye, Mitty. Companion acquired. Companion acquired. Companion quest complete. Well, part 1. Part 2, vengeance begins! Ha-ha! Ah, stinger hint. These must be the cartridges or whatever he was talking about. Maybe they allow him to like carry the same. Oh, her signal. Oh, he's got a tail now. Of course you would, mother trucker. Her signal is gone. So some piece of Mitty's soul or something was captured by him? I have no idea. But his experiments continue on, and that means there is work to be done. Work to be done! Okay, coming out of this, I gotta say that those last couple of minutes of the pure music and the choice to have us follow this balloon back up through the layers that we're never going to be able to ascend, honestly, ends up being really poignant. It just sinks in. It manages to like wash over all the complicated emotions that have been put forth over the course of the long episode. And man, some complicated emotions there. I'm honestly kind of rocked still by some of the aspects of the torment and torture and cruelty and despair that we see in the first half of the episode. But I'm able to hold on to those, and they still wibble my nibbles. But I come away with from the episode with this sense of all of the adventure and the longing and the connection and this atmosphere of the abyss that we've cultivated over the course of the series. And it's so cool to me, just like I talked about with Kevin and the use of tracks that have been reinforced by repetition. You use this track in certain emotional circumstances over and over. Here, what we end up kind of doing is using the music and these elements of the story, these shots of the wide abyss, the shots moving through different layers, these characters that we've touched on and whose lives have touched ours and whose lives we've touched, has this particular sense to it, and so it can evoke the whole landscape of our whole experience with Made in Abyss so far as we travel back up through those layers, and leave us with that as our final aftertaste, not the distasteful pain or even the companionship and stuff. It's the acquisition of a new companion there at the end, the movement towards striving into the abyss, this moment of letting the past back up as we descend further. It just really manages to... It's dancing on the tightrope. I talked about there being this sort of line that you have to toe at the end of the episode where you don't want to introduce too much new stuff, but you don't want it to be bland or boring and just looking toward the future. And you want some new mysteries and some old mysteries to be answered, so there's a sense of finality, but also a sense of somewhere to move to and an ongoing feeling so that you're compelled to watch the next season when it eventually comes out and all of that. And we didn't just walk the line. It's dancing on the tightrope. This is having fun up there. It's putting on a show while really navigating very carefully those boundaries. And I'm immensely pleased with how this episode felt. And I think that my initial expectation that Made in Abyss is the kind of story where a little bit longer form storytelling and time to breathe can be really potent, and we just saw the proof in the pudding. This was really potent. The amount of time that we were able to spend in backstory serves to really, really put an immense amount of emotional weight and emphasis onto the current time events and some of the events in that backstory. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled by how well this went too. And this is an episode that I think very much captures something that I said in the beginning, in the opening discussion, which is that Made in Abyss is the kind of show that's capable of containing within one episode, within one sitting, both the highest, most euphoric highs and the darkest, most torturous depths, and we just saw them, right? There's this incredible, beautiful euphoria of release and relief in letting Mitty free, and it rocked me, and it's contrasted against this incredible darkness, this cruelty that's captured so well by his line, "Well, not a worry then, because I'm not using them as humans." This instant willingness to dismiss the humanity or life of children, as dark as it gets. And it's not just the darkness of the abyss, it's the darkness of people fostered by it. Well, we've got a villain of sorts, don't we? That is for sure. That is for sure. Full of darkness, full of light. With the length of this episode, there's so much here and so much that could be talked about, but I think I want to focus on some of the gorgeous new locations and this introduction to this backstory. In the far north, humanity clings on in a crazy fucking castle overrun by glaciers and shit, and it is not great. And in the midst of that, praying to a god, I'm already at the bottom, so I'd like to just be able to see it. At least let me go see the real place. So he arrives like a savior. "Welcome, I am a powerful white whistle," and the chatter goes. Truly presenting himself as salvation. And his line is so perfect. "In search of children suitable for forging a path to the next era of the netherworld." He's not lying, is he? He's just not telling the truth. Familiar places. All sorts of fucking terrible, terrible business goes down in this city. Human trafficking and then some. I like the setup of everyone thinking Nanachi stinks and sucks and pushing her away. It gives us a really strong reason to bond with this character. I love seeing all this cool machinery and stuff, and the visual of the gates closing, it's like, you're stuck now, baby. But of course, like any good villain, he's not gonna, they're not gonna hop off this gondola and he's gonna stride and be like, "All right, time to murder some kids. Yeah, I can't wait." He's just being as kindly as possible. And he really believes in what he's doing, doesn't he? So we bond our characters. That's a great skill to have, and she's positive. Two standouts in opposite ways. Teach me, and they bond. This place is cool. And I'm really curious what that circle of like wispy stuff is, and what that dropped the central elevator of light is. Is that the core of the curse field? I don't fucking know at all. There are some really lovely moments of just childish and cute character animation. Mitty turning here really stood out to me, and then her little crawl forward. And part of it is that all of these actions that she take mirror her goop form, right? I can't invest myself in this backstory without knowing and waiting for the dark hammer to drop. And it sure as hell does. That is quite a character design, and now you're a goop monster, huh? Now it's your turn. And finally, he comes for us. No need to worry. I am not making use of them as humans, you see. Wonder what that means. It means this. The contraptions are so cool. I love that we don't really get to see all of it. I don't get the sense that we ever understand its mechanisms and stuff. It puts me in the same sense as Nanachi, wandered into this crazy, like, bridge. You know, if I wandered onto the bridge of a submarine from Aliens, like an alien submarine, and I looked around, I'd feel like this. I'm like, what the fuck is any of this? And I'd have a few moments while a monster talks to me to take it in. And so I'd see a couple of spinning, twitching dials and people fiddling with stuff, and I'd have no idea what was really going on, and I'd just feel uncertain. Well, now you're in the tubes. We're going to take you down to the depths and right back up. Gotta study, huh? And force the curse from one to the other. Of course it's useful. It makes perfect sense to him, doesn't it? Just offload the curse to something less important and enable yourself to explore deeper. And there's no value to human lives. Like the other whistles we've met, he's lost it, right? Maybe never had it. Seems pretty psycho or sociopathic generally, right? Charismatic and all the jam. So it's the perfect experiment. You know, if you could go into space without a spacesuit and all it took was killing a rat every hour, you wouldn't care. We'd be traveling through space, baby, and breeding rats. We'd love it. It'd be great. Rat-fueled spacemen. We'd do it. He views these kids as rats. They're gonna die up there in the north, right? Might as well die down here. They're gonna die in the city, right? Might as well die down here. Might as well die doing something useful by my definitions, for me. Yeah. Quite a character. He's got an ascot too, doesn't he? He is wearing a fucking ascot. Can't spell ascot without ass. You have to add an S in there, but, you know. Fuck. So it sinks in what he's really doing. And from this point on, it is a true roller coaster ride of hell. Specimens, not people. Time to go. You will be on the side to which the curse is driven. Please try to endure it. And he tells her this: if you die partway through, your partner will also be hit with the curse. So it puts a burden on Mitty to try to endure it, and a belief that enduring it will help protect Nanachi. So our two characters are bound together by this desire to protect each other and desire to help each other. And so we drop. Whoosh! The visual is so... It's such a shot, right? It's... Oh, God. And we drop, bam, and we're surrounded by them. Our former friends, probably. I thought we were going to turn and one of them would have markings that were similar to the little pink girl that we saw. So there's a horde of former humans down at the 6th layer, warped by the abyss. That is fucked, man. So what is he just tosses them back down when they're... I don't know. And they want out. So she tries to be strong in her last moments. I'll endure this. And then requests, please let my soul return to you, to someone who wants it. So she puts her faith in the superstitions of the abyss at the very end. And that's exactly what gets robbed from her, is that ability to return to the cycle. Whether you believe in it or not, the idea of your soul being given to the abyss and becoming the flowers and traveling back up and giving life to the roots. If you can't die, you can't do that. And so it's crueler than cruel, far worse than death. It's robbery of the ability to have dignity. That's the word that Reg uses later for all of the things that Nanachi has been doing, all trying to preserve Mitty's dignity. To allow her to die like she deserves. And like she fucking cries for. I think the vibration of the elevator lets us, this is just a little technical thing, it gives us a really cool ability to blur and warp things and have the character's model change between frames. And I think it's really cool. And on the other side, pure pain. I finally found my treasure. God, please save us. And as she says, I finally found my treasure, she bubbles and makes her last request before she loses the ability to. Please kill me. And we watch. Full face, we watch as her mouth and eyes are warped and transformed into that. Marvelous. He's oh so pleased. I don't know what he's actually doing to obliterate her repeatedly. Is it a press? Looks like it might be. Just a crusher. I think that's what he's doing, is just using a giant metal press to smash her as much as he can. And she's regrowing. Isn't it great? She's started growing back, and the only thing that happens is that she starts getting more mangly. How cool! And it's there, we just snap from there to here, and we don't know how she escaped. Maybe it'll be pieces of the next portion. And then we struggle all this time to try to connect, try to return some semblance of our friend, or try to kill her. And nothing works. Everything causes more torment and more pain, more graves. And finally, she sees the chance. So that's about 10 minutes to give us the darkest, deepest, most emotionally resonant, pulls at my heart in a painful way. Backstory. That's really good. That's some really powerful writing. I'm hurt. It hurt me. It did its job. That hurt me. And it all serves for this build up toward Reg's choice. And he goes through every possibility. She's still in there, right? And every time Nanachi's calmly like, yeah, I know. I wish. But no. No, I've come to this conclusion. This is the best way. And he realizes, and it sinks in. But he leaves it. And he can't, he's feeling more down about it than she is, you might say. We cook, it goes badly. He thinks and he watches. And then out here we set our scene. And I think it's one of the prettiest frames in Made in Abyss. This depth of the hollow behind, the sort of fuzziness to everything in the glow of the light. The calm river. This is a wallpaper, Is Mitty unhappy? Couldn't we just stay this way? And she hits him with the last piece. I'm gonna leave her one day. There's a time limit. Before I die, I need to find a way to put her to rest. That has implications for Reg, too, because he might be immortal as well. So he finally agrees. After making extracting a promise. It took a lot of insight for him to realize this. This is all you've been living for. So he does promise that you won't kill yourself. And she first discounts it and is like, haha, no, there's still Rika to take care of. No. Period. Powerful. And so he says it, with every ounce of my thoughts and feelings, I'll do it. I love that. We take this time, and it's unclear how many days, but a couple days pass for Reg to think it through, and Nanachi doesn't approach the subject again. Just waits and lets him stew on it. And he stews, and he goes through all of the boundaries that he's got, and he overcomes them to the point where he can say, I'll do it without reservations completely. It's really powerful. I think it's really powerful. Thanks, man. And so we do. And this wrecked me. Setting up the little... It's like seeing a memorial for a child. With the stuffed animals and toys and things. Beloved blankets. It's brutal. It shows us so poignantly the relationship and the care that's here. So she walks away, and in the last moment, I thought she was hesitating. I thought she was going to go, no, leave it be, and we'd have to force it. Because at this point, Reg and us have realized that the moral thing to do here, I think, is to kill Mitty. But no, Nanachi just wants to say a final goodbye. And finally say that she's so sorry. And that we'll always be together. So with her feet on the flowers of fortitude, Reg blasts away and frees a little girl from torment. And frees Nanachi from her own burden. Finally. Riko's up. It's glorious. We get a full description of her bonding with Mitty. And Reg puts it together. I think Riko's soul might be a part of the abyss or something. It's powerful. It's the kind of story that lets us put Nanachi at ease. That piece of her soul. And it speaks to the superstition, too. That piece of her soul that was trapped in there is free now. Because Riko saw her profile there, striding forward, eyes on the horizon. Freedom. And montage. Oh, a little bit of sexy time. Just slightly. Nanachi be shipping them a little bit. Also, okay, I think Nanachi's gay. Right? I think that is the implication here. I think so. Or, okay, we actually don't know Nanachi's sex. So it's unclear. But seems more comfortable with female people in general. Yeah? Yeah. Pain. Success. Forgiveness. And a bond between characters with a new one added that's deeper than ever and ready to dive deeper than ever. I love this final sequence as we send the balloon up with our thoughts and wishes and maybe some information. And then we're going to descend down, down, down to face, well, this stuff. Quite a villain. The scenes at the end are some of the most beautiful shit. I have to go back to, I was going to just fully wrap there, but these kids finding the thing, the flowers everywhere, and this idea that like the flowers at the bottom of the abyss are up there. The petals are everywhere. There's something about it that's like nostalgic and beautiful and wondrous and full of longing, and I can't wait to watch more. So, thank you for joining me for this conclusion of our first portion of our journey into Maiden Abyss. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this episode put you in emotional turmoil too, because it did a really good job on me, and I really appreciate it, as hard as it is to stomach, watching characters be tormented. It's kind of beautiful too, and it makes the highlights shine ever brighter. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week as we continue our Maiden Abyss journey. No need to slow down for us. Much love. Peace.